it's Dr. Toya here, and welcome to the By Default Highlight Reel, where we highlight our business owners by bringing you videos and interviews so that they can tell their stories in their own words. Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more episodes. I hope you enjoy. Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Toya here, and I am joined by Ariel Young, the founder of Copper and Brass Paper Goods. Welcome, Ariel.
Hi, thank you for having me on today. I really appreciate the opportunity to meet with you and speak to you today about copper and brass. And like I said, it's just great to be with you today.
Yes, I am so happy we could do this. Yeah, so before we get into the business, please tell our viewers a little bit more about you.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Ariel Young. As she mentioned, I am the owner and founder of Copper and Brass Paper Goods. Now, Copper and Brass Paper Goods is an Afrocentric stationery company, and we strive to promote and empower Black women, Black people, Black culture. And we aspire to show the visibility of the Black culture in a positive manner. A lot of times we do see representation of the Black culture, but it's not necessarily shown in a positive light. So that's where we stand. We hope to stand in the gap.
Yes, and you do it so well. I love it. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit more about the background. How did you get into the stationery business?
Okay, so my background is actually in school psychology. I'm a school psychologist by trade, but I needed a creative outlet. And sometime back in 2017, I was having a conversation with my mom. It was towards the end of the year, holiday season, and we were talking about the lack of diversity in paper goods, specifically gift wrap, gift bags, and things of that nature. And so that got the wheels turning in my head. And for an entire year, I did research. I ordered different samples and things like that. And so our very first product was an African-American inspired or Afrocentric Black Santa wrapping paper, gift bags, the tags, all the trimmings. And so that was a big hit. And out of that, we did a big pivot. And we added on greeting cards and notebooks and all other types of stationery. And that's where we're at this time.
Wow, that's amazing. So how did you decide that you wanted to start with the Black Santa?
We started with the Black Santa, like I said, because my mom and I was having a conversation over the holidays, and we were actually looking at the Christmas tree in her house because we always spend, that's a family tradition. We spend Christmas with my mom, and she and I were having a conversation, and we were like, we need a Black Santa wrapping paper because our Santa is Black.
Right.
And it was like an aha moment, but it was something that was so necessary that it seemed so simple, like why is it available? And so right after Christmas, I just started researching and looking for, others that offered the products. And I saw that it was very limited. And so I was like, that's something I need to do.
Yeah. So you designed all of your products yourself?
I actually come up with the different concepts for my products. I come up with the ideas, the themes, all of that, the coloring and everything, but I do not design or draw the actual images. I outsource that to a team of different designers.
Perfect. Yeah. So how did you find the designers?
Just research. Like I said, I did that over the course of a year. I tried out a lot of different samples, a lot of different artists, a lot of different people. One thing in business, I found out if I'm not good at something, there's someone else that can handle that task for me. And it could take it a weight off of me. I may have to pay a little bit more for it, but if they can do that and they're really good at it, why do I have to do that task? So yeah, I outsource that work.
Yeah, that's an important lesson. And I'm glad you said that because outsourcing is going to save your life.
Right. You can't do it all. I do consider myself a solopreneur, but there are some tasks that I cannot do all on my own. And so I have no issue outsourcing those things when I need help.
That's great. Yeah. So tell me more about, you mentioned really quickly some of the products that you have, but tell us more a little bit in detail. I see all of them so beautifully displayed behind you there.
Right. This is my office space, but yeah, we offer an array of journals, little giftable journals. We offer hardcover journals. Right now we have a calendar out. It's a wall calendar, a desk planner pad, greeting cards. We have greeting cards in TJ Maxx stores, Winter stores, Home Goods, all of those up under that TJX umbrella right now. We have a little bit of everything, like a hodgepodge of different things.
Yeah, no, and your stuff is great. I'm sure you know I'm a huge fan. And you see my notebooks right here. This is one of those, guys. It's right here. See?
Yay.
Yes.
Girl boss. because that's who you are, right?
Yes, yes. So you mentioned that you're in some big stores there. How did that partnership come about?
Well, those partnerships, a lot of those came about from a PR appearance that I had last year in February 2020, which is Black History Month.
Right.
We were showcased on the Today Show. And from there, we had a lot of different big box stores reach out to us. And at that time, TJ Maxx was the one that fit the bill for us. And we worked out a deal, and we've been having products in their store since May of 2020, I believe.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And all out of one interview. That's so great. How did you get the interview?
I think it was God. That's the only thing I could think
right.
of. I don't have a PR team. I don't pay for marketing or anything like that. I had a producer reach out to me and say, I think you would be a good fit. And that's just how the interview came to be.
All right. There you have it. No other reason needed.
I think if you're very consistent, especially like on social media, a lot of times initially I was always behind the scenes, but I started coming out more and more, showing my face, showing who I was, talking about the ups and the downs, being very candid, just open with it, because every day is not a good day. And I know a lot of times on social media, you only see the good. You see the $10,000 days, but you don't see the $0 days. Right. And I think I was very open with that. And I think that may have been the reason the producer reached out to me. You just never know who's watching you. So always do it your best.
Yes, that is true. And I found that as well. Like people who never comment like anything say, oh yeah, I've been watching you. I'm like, oh, really?
Right. Somebody's always watching what you're doing, the messaging you're putting out there, what your brand looks like. So just always, I said this the other day, lead with excellence in everything that you do.
I love it. Yes. And Black excellence. Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So tell me, I see your hat there. I'm assuming you went to Spelman. Is that right?
Yeah. You like my puff? So yeah, I'm a graduate of Spelman College, class of 2005. That's the limelight year. So I attended Spelman. I'm a Spelmanite, very proud. I own an HBCU line of stationery as well. I'm going to caveat into that. So since I was a graduate of Spelman, or I am a graduate of Spelman, I did create a notebook initially for Spelman, which led to me creating notebooks for all the various HBCUs. There are over 100, and I currently have about 50 licenses, so half of the HBCUs up under my umbrella. So it's been amazing.
Yeah, and I just spoke to someone about this. Speak to anyone who doesn't know about the importance of licensing.
Oh, licensing is so important. A lot of times I see people out here, we're using different logos and we're using wording on our products that we haven't actually paid for the licensing and the rights to use those products. And you can easily receive a cease and desist letter from these huge companies and also these colleges. So you definitely want to, invest in licensing. It's a lot of money. I will say that up front, but you'll definitely recoup those costs. And you'll know when you're creating your products and putting them out there that you can't be really held liable for using them inappropriately, because they have to be approved before you even make the products or create the products. So you definitely want to research that, because it's a lot of liability if you just going at it on your own without securing those licensing rights.
Yeah, no, that's really, really important. And, going along with the business aspect, tell us about a challenge that you had in your business.
Well, one of the biggest challenges I've had has been resources or capital. For copper and brass, I invest my money up front. And like I said, I do have a job, which has helped to fund my business. And I also have a very supportive family. And I think most entrepreneurs really need to hone in on keeping tabs of what's going in and what's going out of the business, because you have to have reserves, because things happen all the time. If you don't have those reserves or that capital, it's hard for you to move around that issue that may arise. Like right now, I'm waiting on over $10,000 in products that have been at sea for like 3 months. And so I can't sell those products right now because I don't have them. They're just floating around in the ocean right now. And so in order to keep moving, I have to have other products to sell. I have to be able to fund different projects, things I'm working on. I'm working on a planner right now. And so just having access to that capital. And since starting Copper and Brass, I've learned about business credit. I've learned about, writing for grants, grant applications, and things like that. And I just think one of the best things any entrepreneur can do for themselves is to do your own research. Don't be lazy and try to pay someone else to do it for you, and just research different ways to improve yourself and improve your business. But for me, the biggest challenge has been capital.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a common theme, but you mentioned a lot of good things for any budding entrepreneurs out there who need to know, the business credits and definitely the grants, because it's always good to get free money.
Oh, yes.
I'm all about free money.
Me too.
And one thing I didn't ask, where does the name come from?
Oh, Copper and Brass comes from the colors or the undertones of Black skin. All of our skin tones are so different. And when you look at our skin tones, they often look like they're kind of bronzy and brassy and coppery to me, like the undertones of all of our skins. And so that's where it came from.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Right. I love it. How did I not know this before?
Well, also, my mama was talking about, and this wasn't where the idea came from, but she was just saying the strength of copper and brass and how long it will last. You polish it up and it comes back to life, resiliency. And I was like, oh, that story's better than mine, mama.
No, they're both excellent. You could either one works. Right. Oh, that's great. All right. So tell me, you talked about your challenges. What has been your biggest win to date?
My biggest win to date has just been surviving everything that's going on. Like we actually launched in 2018, and then you had COVID come in, the pandemic in 2020, and we actually flourished during that time. That's when we took off.
Yeah.
And so to even just be here now, to have a business that's earning 5 figures every month.
Yeah.
That's whether or not I post or not at this point. Right. Like I've worked and worked and worked. And so now I'm taking more breaks with Copper and Brass because it's not every day on, but it's not every day off either. Like I can take these breaks here and there because I've worked on it and I've survived certain things and I know what I can do. And the site is like almost on autopilot.
Right.
So like I said, that's not to say that every day is a winning day. Mm-hmm. But I think just surviving and persevering through whatever has come my way, that's a win for me.
That's a good one. Right. And, I think that is something I aspire to even now, is to have things be on autopilot, right, where, you don't have to do things all the time. So it's wonderful that you're there in your business.
Right, right. And so I was just having this conversation with a friend and I was like, I can almost guarantee this amount of revenue every month because of the work I put in behind the scenes, not just in front of the camera or on social media, but I do a lot of things that people don't know about. Like today, I participated in a class from 11 to 1:30, and Monday I have a meeting at 3, 4, and 5. Like it's a lot. Every day is something, but it's moving me further ahead and towards my goal.
Of course. And you're doing all that with a full-time job still?
No, actually, I do have a job. I am a school psychologist, but at this point I work 2 days per week. So I'm slowly getting there.
Right.
But it's hard to cut that off because I'm vested in the system at this point, and I definitely want to achieve 20 years. I'm really close. I think I have like 17 years in. I'm 39. Nice. I think I have 17 years. So I want to get these 20.
Yeah. I mean, you've been in it so long, you might as well.
Right. It's hard to let it go, you know, and then that guaranteed income. And like, to me, and I think a lot of entrepreneurs, you hear entrepreneurship and I think people make it look easy, but it's not. But you want guaranteed income initially at first. So, that's just my thing. Don't quit until you know you have it. So I'm still holding on a little bit.
Yeah.
Moving in that direction.
Right. No, that's good advice. So thank you.
Right. Thank you. Let me say that because I always try to tell people who are thinking about getting into entrepreneurship, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. It is not easy.
Yeah. That I am finding out. So Yeah, so, talking more about behind the scenes, what's the one thing you wish people knew about having a small business, or in particular about your small business?
I think what I would want people to know is every day there's something to do. It's really a 365 day a year job. It's a career. I mean, there is always a way you can improve your business, even if it's something minor and minute. Just do one thing every day to drive you forward. I think that's what I would say.
Yeah, well, that's again, you're dropping some gems, so I appreciate it. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I ask everyone, what does it mean to you to be a Black business owner?
Being a Black business owner means building generational wealth and also being a big role model for my son. The day I was on the Today Show, my son was actually in school, but I had it, recorded and everything. And so we sat down after school and watched it. And he said, "Mama, you make me proud." And that, I think, was the best moment of my life. Seriously, it makes me tear up every time I think about it. And I know sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm not, it's COVID season, sometimes I'm not feeling well.
Right.
But just knowing that he's proud of me and that I have the potential to pay his tuition one day. I don't want him having student loans.
Yeah.
I have loans. If I can make a way for him, carve out a path for my grandchildren, set them on a better trajectory than I had, then I feel like I'm doing the best that I can do.
Yeah. And, it's so interesting and amazing that a lot of people say the same thing when I ask that question. It's about generational wealth, and it's so important to us, especially in our community, because we were traditionally so set behind. So it's really a goal for most people. And that's so sweet that your son told you that.
Yes, he told me that, and it just it motivated me even more.
Yeah, definitely. They're watching. They watch everything.
Exactly, the good and the bad. Right.
Right. Yeah, mine is not even 2 yet, and sometimes, now he starts repeating what we say, and it's just like,
you have to be very aware, right? Yeah. They are so smart. They're little sponges. They're just soaking it all up. So you have to decide, what am I going to put out there in the world? Is it going to be the good, the positive, or the bad? So we want to lead by example.
Yeah, definitely. And, you are definitely setting an example. I feel like it's such a privilege for children to see their parents starting businesses, because, again, it's not something that is always visible. And if you can't see it, you may not necessarily think that it's possible. So even if he wants to be a doctor or be an entrepreneur, he can look up at you and be like, "Oh, well, I can do whatever."
Right, it's that representational piece, like seeing it and knowing that it's achievable and it's right there and it's in your face. So definitely, I see that too.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, it makes me, that warmed my heart.
Yeah.
All right. So as we wrap up, is there anything else you want to share? Can you share a vision? Where is Copper and Brass leading to next?
Basically, the vision for Copper and Brass is to get through 2022. We're in the process of developing a planner now, an everyday work planner, lifestyle planner for the modern day woman, whether she's an entrepreneur or just a mom who needs to record chores and kids' grades and things like that. So we're working on that right now. But I hope to produce that for 2023. I hope that's a major hit and it becomes a yearly product for Copper and Brass. And I hope to one day expand into more of a lifestyle brand where we offer tumblers, maybe some pillows, different things like that. But all of that, like I said, is in our 5-year plan.
Right.
But here and now we're focused on our planner. So be on the lookout for that. Our website is www.copperandbrass.net. So please check us out. We have a little bit of everything, stationery. We even have tape, washi tape, journals, anything you can think of. So definitely check us out.
Yes, definitely. And that was my next question. Where can people find you?
Oh, okay. I already gave it to you.
Yes. And then you're on Instagram as well, right?
Right. We're on Instagram and Facebook as Copper and Brass Paper Goods.
Perfect. And you can find her on bydefault.com, of one of our members of our business tribe. And I'm so happy that you are one of the members. As you know, I have many of your products.
Yes, ma'am. And I really appreciate your support. And like I said, I appreciate the opportunity to meet with you today.
Yeah.
It's been an awesome experience. Thanks.
Yes, you're welcome. I really enjoyed it. And it's so funny when I speak to people who I have on the directory, it just confirms that I, was right about your business, right? Oh, yeah. This the copper and brassy name, like everything is just, I love it. I love it.
You.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so that is it. Thank you so much, Ariel, for joining me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you on the next episode of the By Default Highlight Reel. Bye.